Guy Sebastian,
Hello,
my
mate.
boy, mate. How
Well,
are you?
very good. The last time we chatted, that the video blew up.
Bro, my notifications daily are just constantly coming through, people commenting on that
That
video.
video,
Like, I've never had this happen with any
yeah,
piece of content on my social media before.
it's funny. I mean, I was it was so kind of like throwaway
It
as well,
was.
and um, little Archie, because I that night I put him to sleep, and I was like, I've checked the Instagram, and it's going off like this
Yeah, man.
video's going nuts, and then I just read some of the comments to him.
Oh, man.
Because
It's
from his point of view, like he's never, I don't really upload anything of the kids, and then
Yeah.
that was one of the first things that, sort of I mentioned publicly, and then I remember that feeling as a kid when, like, you don't really know if you're
No.
good or not, like,
No.
and so like, obviously, your parents are going to tell you you're great, and
Yeah.
but then actually reading some of those comments to him, like
Yeah.
I could in his face, I could just see him like this self belief kind of like
Bro, that's so good.
start to just penetrate, and he was like, just yeah, I don't know, he was just
He's a superstar,
stoked.
man. I'm so happy that that happened, and it was
Mm.
such an organic moment too. I think there was some people in there like, "Oh, they've set this up." I was like, "I wish you would know this was an off the cuff comment that I
Yeah,
just asked. It wasn't even in my
but
question sheet."
but just so you know, so from that segment. Like, I think just the confidence it gave him. Then he came up to me and he saw that I did this open verse challenge on my song Maybe,
Yeah,
and he came up to me. He goes, "Oh, Dad, I'll give you a Can I write a verse?"
the basketball one.
Yeah, the basketball
I
one. So
saw it.
that only came because of your thing, because
Ah,
he'd be just so embarrassed, and so like he
yeah.
just wouldn't do it. But he came up to me and he's like, "Dad, can I write a verse for your open and you can upload that?"
Oh, mate, I love that. That's awesome. That song is incredible. I mean, I can sing it now, and I know the
It's
words.
funny because
It's a
there's all
great
these
song.
kids that have been like asking, well, they're friends of ours, and they're always asking their mum and dad, "Hey, can you play me Archie's verse?" They know that verse more than they know the actual
Isn't
original
that
verse. Yeah, he
funny? That's
killed it,
so
nailed it.
good, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And people are in my comments like, "Please release this. Please release Convince You to Stay."
Oh yeah.
Constantly, and I'm like, "There's a bit more to it than that,
Yeah.
guys."
I'll look. I'll do something. I'm just
Yeah,
guided by him, really. I don't
exactly.
want to sort of push anything, and yeah, and because for a bit after that, Jules opened a little Instagram page in his name. Like he's got obviously no access to it
Yeah,
or anything. Like it's just Jules that's got it. But um, yeah, and he's once he found out that, then he asked me a couple of times. He goes, "Oh, Dad, I should probably film something like." I was like, "Arch, no, like you don't
no,
have to do anything. Like you don't have to. Don't feel that pressure that you need to." Like
yeah,
start uploading. No way.
no.
No, go to school, have fun.
Plenty of time.
Yeah,
You're 10, bro.
go and be a normal 11-year-old, play basketball and do your thing. And
Exactly, man.
yeah,
He's got a very bright future ahead, though.
yeah, he's a
I'm
good kid.
excited to see whatever he does. It'll be amazing. Well, man, congratulations to you. I mean, not only are you about to drop the new album, but
Mm.
it's your 10th studio album. What a
Yes.
milestone.
Yeah, I know. 10th. That's mind blowing. I've been doing this for 22 years now,
Yeah,
and I just love it more
yeah,
now than ever, and I think it'll just continue to grow. Like
yeah,
I'm writing, even like I'm writing all the time, writing every
yeah,
day, and I'm just enjoying
yeah.
the writing process more now than ever. I think just as life happens, you've got more to say, and
Totally.
just a little bit, yeah, more to process, and I'm just writing a lot of songs, and writing for other people as well, which is
Yeah.
really cool, and got some like a song coming out in Korea soon
Do
of a
you?
K-pop
Oh,
artist,
mate,
and
that's what you want to be doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool, and then yeah, just loving it, and then I've just dropped a fragrance as well, which I know it's so like different to music, but
Yeah.
different but not different. It's
No,
just a different sense, like
totally.
obviously my music is for the ears, this one's for the nose,
Mate, I
and
love the aesthetic of
well, that one's for you. I've
Oh,
brought it in
thank
for
you,
you. Hang
mate.
on, but can you spray it and tell
Yeah,
me your honest
absolutely.
opinion?
Absolutely. I've been excited. I saw the notes came through in the press release I got sent.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
I'm excited. I like what the notes.
All right.
Oh, that's good, man.
You like it?
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's so good.
it's different. Like I
Yeah.
didn't want to get.
You got
I
tobacco?
just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a tobacco
Oh.
leather. There's rosewood in it. There's like
Oh,
Italian
mate.
lemon. It's Yeah, it's a really kind of sophisticated scent,
I love it.
but one that's like $40 at
Yeah,
Chemist Warehouse.
that's what we
So
need because I wear ombre leather,
yeah,
Tom Ford, which is like,
I love ombre leather.
oh, it's
It's
the
amazing,
best,
and
isn't it?
Tuscan leather they do is
Yeah,
amazing as
man.
well. Yeah,
I'm really into that that leather stuff at the like the tobacco.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, that sort of.
that's always been my favorites, and
Yeah,
so I wanted the first thing that I released for blokes just to be um, a little different. It's not. This isn't like your pop sort of. If we're
no,
talking about genres in music,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this isn't pop.
No,
It's like there's
it's
some
almost
people
like a
that
bit jazz.
yeah,
I'd
yeah,
say,
it
yeah,
is,
it's
yeah.
classy.
It's but there'll be people that really love it, and then there'll be just people that go, oh, no, I need something a bit more
Yeah,
sweet or a bit, there's but it's quite earthy.
it's
Like
good.
you said, it's got those kind of smoky
I
tobacco.
love it.
Patchouli is one of the things that gives it that kind of really earthy.
That must be
Um,
so fun, like picking the notes and
it's
creating it.
cool.
Yeah,
It's a really cool process. It takes me a lot longer than it would someone who knows how to articulate um, how to modify scent because
yeah,
I know how to modify music,
yeah.
right? Like, but I can do that in my sleep because I know how to technically describe where on the EQ spectrum or how, like, whether it's too compressed or whether we need to pan things a bit like just I know how to describe what I want to hear.
Yeah.
When you've got to describe what you want to smell,
Yeah, man, that's a whole.
well, I don't know the lingo
No,
either, so it's
exactly, no.
like
And you don't
it's
really know what notes are, do you, until you actually get told what a note is like.
yeah, yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
and it's also it's not just like it's one layer of something. Like you don't just add an ingredient
yeah,
and then you go, oh, I think we need more of this.
yeah,
There's other layers to it where well that ingredient is only popping out because we're adding tonka bean or some kind
right.
of neutralizing agent, and so it's a really difficult process to
Yeah,
get what you want, but more difficult to explain it
yeah,
because I'm like.
totally.
I want it to be like maybe a little smoky, but I want the sweetness to come through at the end. So
Yeah,
I want to punch people with that kind of leathery,
yeah, man.
like they're in a cigar lounge, but
Abs- That's what I get from this.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
good. Would
it's
you ever start
classic.
your own clothing brand? You ever thought
Yeah,
about
I
that?
reckon I would.
I
Yeah,
reckon,
at
yeah,
some
man. I could see
stage.
because I've said this to you before. I love your style, but I think and I know Jules is her background's
Yeah,
she's a
she was a
stylist,
stylist. Yeah,
so
yeah.
perfect, man.
I
Yeah,
just I love fashion. I think I love it because, and even this, because I was thinking the other day, why am I so passionate about this? Like, why do I love
yeah,
it so much? And even fashion, and I reckon it's because it sums up one of the most important things that I tell my kids. And like I was wearing these shoes yesterday, and they almost look like French girl sandals or something,
yeah,
right?
right.
And my best mate Timbo is the first bloke. He'll just put so much crap on me for what I wear.
Yeah, right.
And I've noticed that anytime someone puts crap on me for what I wear, it makes me inside like giggle. I'll like
Me
giggle.
too, bro.
And it makes me feel good.
Me too. And then further down the track, they are wearing that,
Yeah,
and you're kind of like
yeah,
moved on to the
exactly.
next thing. I have the same thing with my mates.
Well, I think maybe it's just an opportunity, maybe, and it's just my personality where I go, I'm wearing this, and I know some people will hate it.
Yeah,
And when they air that disdain for what I'm wearing,
yeah,
it makes me feel strong in the fact that I don't care what they think.
totally, man. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
sort of what I say to my kids is like the coolest kids aren't who you think.
No,
Like the coolest kids that now that I'm older,
yeah,
I look at who was cool at school
yeah,
and who was popular, and actually the coolest kids that ended up becoming the coolest adults
yeah,
are the ones that didn't care what others think and were
yeah.
always strong in who they were.
Totally, man.
And that can even be with like just being kind, just being
Yeah,
like, because I look at some of my son's mates and I ask him, I'm like, who's the coolest? Like, who are the most popular and who are the coolest? And
yeah,
I ask him why.
yeah,
I'm like, why do you reckon they're popular?
yeah,
And it's funny because my eldest, he's like, he paused for a second because he realized the most popular kid at school actually isn't the guy that's the best at the sport, like best at everything else.
yeah,
He's actually this kid that's so nice to everyone,
yeah,
but he doesn't ever compromise. Ever.
yeah.
He's
Right.
like really well raised, but he's super confident in who he
Yeah.
is.
Wow.
And
That's
and
so true, man.
and I asked him that, and he arrived at that point. He was like, "Oh, I think he just never ever caves for, like, he never changes. He never changes for anyone. I was like, what does that tell you?
Exactly.
Like,
What's that song you wrote? I dare to be different than
oh
you
yeah,
just
for
who I am.
Nickelodeon.
The Nickelodeon
That's
one. I
right.
assume you wrote
You have a
that.
good memory. I did.
do.
Yeah.
That's what that's about, bro,
It
isn't it?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can say everything you want as an adult.
Yeah.
Like, adults said it to us.
Yeah.
You don't care as a kid.
No,
You're like,
exactly.
no,
You're like,
I just
no,
want to be popular.
I want to be popular.
I wanna be
And then you get
liked.
out, and I think about all those people now. I used to get bullied really badly when I was at school, and I always dressed different. My mum has always been into fashion, and she put me in the most ridiculous outfits. And I grew up in like regional Tasmania too.
Oh, that
so,
mate, because
even harder.
I'm from like way out in the burbs in Adelaide.
Yeah, right. Similar
And
vibe.
yeah, it does add to it.
Yeah, man, it does. But then you're like, oh, I'm
And
actually glad I stuck to my
And
guns.
look at you now.
Exactly.
If
mate.
you and that's a lesson it took me way too long to learn.
Yeah.
Is just like like, I genuinely think though I've always stuck to my guns and not compromised.
Yeah.
But it's been a private torture in the background as far
Oh.
as confidence goes.
It takes a
I've
lot,
always
man.
gone, why do some people just genuinely hate me? Like,
Yeah.
why? What? I've always, that's always like eaten away at me.
Yeah.
Until recently, it's gotten better. None of us will ever be unaffected,
Definitely, man.
but I've gotten better.
Yeah.
At just going, "Oh,
You have to
can't
be.
please everyone. Like,
Exactly. And especially for you, I imagine having kids, you know, you would want them to take that knowledge, and also you would realize that, you know, you'd see things that remind you of when you were a kid, that they're, or situations they're going through. And
Yeah.
then you're like, actually, it probably, it gives you a bit of perspective, doesn't it? And you're like,
Yeah.
actually, it's not as important as you think. Like,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
But you forget. You
Yeah, you
forget
do
how much
forget.
you're obsessed about those
you
things.
do, man.
Like we get older and then, yeah, you just forget.
Yeah,
And
you
and,
do.
and it's and then we become those parents that like have no concept of what they've been through.
I know.
Because it's been so long.
And you're seeing these cliche, lame things that once upon a time you're like, ugh, and you're like, actually, those statements are kind of legit.
Yeah.
You know?
I think though, I think parenthood though has evolved heaps as well. Just
Yeah.
like social media is good for it. The other
It
night,
is.
and this spoke to me a lot. I was just, scrolling and there's this dad like that gives advice on how to be a dad and it came up and it was like good timing because my son's in high school now. He's 13. He's in year 7.
Wow.
And we're so close. Like we are just inseparable.
Yeah.
But now he's getting muscles and he's like, he's a good looking little rooster.
Yeah.
And he's it's weird walking through like Westfield with him and there's girls checking him out and stuff. It's
Oh,
just
you're like,
weird for
"What?"
me. I'm like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
man.
But then he gets home and gives me one word answers and he's like I don't know. I'm going through that
Yeah.
weird selfish thing of like, dude, like cuddle me. Give me a
Yeah,
hug. What are you doing? You
totally,
just got
man.
home. What do you mean you're not just running straight into my arms? This is weird. How's your day? Yeah, it's good.
Oh, man.
And I ask him these questions, and I realize I'm getting these sort of weird one word answers. And I
Yeah.
saw this video, and this dad was like, "Stop asking your kids stupid questions, like how was your day, or
Yeah.
or what'd you get up to?" And he's like, when you say what'd you get up to today, a kid thinks, they immediately get defensive. They're
Defensive,
like, "Oh,
yeah.
you're asking me what I've done wrong,"
Yeah.
and so they'll answer defensively. And he goes,
Yeah.
"Just ask real questions. What was your favorite thing in your lunchbox today? Oh, what made you laugh the most today? Anything really anything
Yeah.
super funny happened or whatever?" And
Yeah.
so I started asking those questions. I felt like I'd just got like watched a little podcast or something and then just acted it out straight away. But I was in bed 2 nights ago, and I said, "Oh, anything make you laugh today?" And then my son was like, "Oh yeah, God, we were on the floor rolling around because this certain kid, I won't mention him,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he did this massive fart and the teacher heard and and everyone was just cacking up and blah blah blah." And I just got like real conversations out of him.
Oh,
and,
man. There you go.
yeah, I
That's a
can't
good
remember
thing
the
about
dad
social
on.
media.
I should shout him out.
Shout
better,
him
but
out, yeah.
I can't remember his name, but thank you.
Oh,
whoever
man,
you
there
are.
you go. That's
You
the
made me
great
a
thing
better
about
dad.
TikTok too. Hey, all these conversations were happening, and
Yeah.
I think that's why way the world is now, because we are open to all these different opinions, and these opinions that were once just on the news, and that's where we got
you
our
have to
information
search
from. But
pretty hard. Yeah.
so, I mean, I know there's a lot of downsides to social media, but there are a lot of positives.
Oh
too,
my
I feel
gosh,
like.
yeah, heaps of positives.
Yeah, it's why we've come such a long way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, man, let's talk about this album. It is incredible. I got to hear it last month at the
launch.
you did a little launch, and that was such a cool moment. But I think this is the best songwriting that I've ever heard from you, and I
Yeah.
truly mean that. It's descriptive. You've used these obvious analogies, which
Mm.
I wouldn't think to put in a song, but it's just yeah, it is. I feel like it's your best songwriting, and I know you said that before. You're enjoying it more than ever, so that comes
Yeah,
through.
yeah. Well, I would feel, and I appreciate that a lot. I feel like it is too, just on a technical level. I
Yeah, on a
think I approach it as like, all right, here's my craft. If I'm a tradie, like I think about it as like this old bloke that I hired when I did my reno.
yeah,
Old Italian bloke. He did all the tiles.
yeah,
When you look at these tiles, they are so precise.
yeah,
The fall, into the shower is like always like it's just perfect. And
yeah.
so here's this old Italian bloke that I was the last job he ever did actually, and the tiles are just unbelievable. Then in the build that I did here, like this young bloke did it. Mate, it's a shocker.
Is
Like
it?
it's so bad.
There you
It's
go,
so
man.
bad. And I think about songwriting and my craft that way. If I'm not getting better, and it's not something to like flex or brag about,
Yeah,
it's just natural. Like I
yeah,
should be getting better. Like I should
totally.
be learning because I look at songs that I wrote in the past and the things that I settled for.
Yeah,
I'm like, why did you go with that rhyme?
yeah.
That analogy doesn't even make
Oh,
sense. You
mate.
just forced it in there because it
Yeah, it's
rhymes.
something we all go through, isn't it?
And I don't look back on it as shame. I look back on it as like, oh, I'm growing and I'm
Yeah,
learning more chord structures and more sounds
yeah,
and I'm learning what works and
totally.
I'm learning that the fight in the creative battle is worth it.
Yeah,
Because you're like stewing on a verse sometimes for 2 days. And
yeah,
I know that sounds ridiculous. Like it's not like 2 days straight, but plug away at it hours, then I give up because I'm just not there. Haven't
yeah.
found the perfect rhyme. And I look at a song like Cupid. There was one line I couldn't get. I knew there was a great line for just the poetry side of it.
Yeah,
And Cupid's a song about, it's probably the more light-hearted and like concept of love on the
yeah,
album where it's saying Cupid, like, mate, you had one job
yeah.
and you shot this person. What is wrong? Were you drunk?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what is wrong with you? This
yeah.
person that you shot this arrow into a black hole that ended up ruining my life.
It's such a great concept, man. That was that song really stood out to me from that session, from we went to the launch. I loved that song.
Yeah,
The
and
songwriting.
that was really crafted as far as the sonic landscape of
Yeah,
that. Like, that took me a long time to produce that song. I did
yeah.
it all in my studio in Sydney here,
And you
and
wrote it with Cyrus?
I wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cyrus. So,
and he's an
the
incredible
original
songwriter
demo I
too.
did with Cyrus, and there's a little bass line that Cyrus played, which I ended up replaying and keeping it in. And
Yeah,
but Ned Houston as well. You'd love Ned. Check out. He's
yeah.
got a single out now called Self Defense.
I actually
Beautiful.
after your launch, I went and checked out Ned.
Oh
'Cause I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, this guy's incredible. He is insane,
And
man.
he's writing for a lot of other people too. He's awesome. But
Yeah,
yeah, there's a line in that song where the second verse says, how, how does he sleep at night and call himself the god of love when in a trigger happy oversight he got it all so wrong.
yeah.
Now I'm the one who pays the price and he is long gone out of sight. And that's where I stopped and I was like, I need a last line, and it took me days. And firstly, I was with Ned, and we came up with some options, and it just never sat. And then I'm making a coffee like 2 days later. I came up with this line. And now he is long gone out of sight. Now I'm the one who pays the price, and he is long gone out of sight. His empty quiver won't deliver love for me this time. And I was like, that's so good. Like getting quiver in a song, like an arrow, like
Yes.
what they carry arrows in is called a quiver. And I
Oh
was like,
man,
quiver deliver, great
bro,
rhyme, great little
that
internal
is-
rhyme.
mate, that is so good.
But if I
love
settled
that.
in the moment for
Yeah.
one of the other options, like and in the past I was so obsessed with finishing things.
Yeah,
Now I just like want to get it right. And
Yeah.
so it's taken 4 years, but
and that's
I've
why you got to take
stewed.
your time sometimes.
Mm.
Hey, if you're rushing stuff out, like
Yeah, some people can be poetic
Yeah.
and they've just got it in their arsenal to
Yeah.
like just they just like flow out poetry.
yeah,
I just take a little longer to make it
yeah.
worth it.
It's worth it, man. It's
Yeah.
worth it, man. I mean, this is such a great project, and it's very vulnerable too.
Mm.
You kick it off with Maybe, which is a
Yeah.
huge opening track, and we've spoken about this one before, but it's such a great way to kick off an album. It's got this cinematic feel.
Yeah, the strings
The
are killer.
strings,
Yeah.
man, it's so good. And then we go into No Reason to Stay, which almost has this like soulful country energy to it, I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I really I'm a huge fan of Chris Stapleton,
Oh yeah.
and so
King.
I knew that when I wrote this song, I wanted to just produce it with great musicians, and so went into the studio in LA. This guy Justin Stanley, he's married to a girl called Nick Acosta, and she's an amazing artist. Like she's Justin's produced like the Prince records,
Oh
and
wow.
he's an Aussie, absolute
Wow.
legend of a bloke. Has the most amazing gear in his studio as well. So
Yeah.
so those drums, I play drums on that track, and I'm not the best drummer in the world. I used to play drums, but the drums that he's got set up are these really soulful, muted, like old Ludwig drums that just sound amazing
Yeah.
and made me sound a lot better than I actually am. But
Yeah.
and just all this amazing gear. But then I got some of the best singers that I know, and I
Yeah.
follow them. I'm like a big fan of a lot of these singers, but like Brandon, who sings for Bieber and everyone else, and like he's on the road with all and anyone that's
Yeah.
needs an amazing singer, they get Brandon, and then Keisha, who's like Beyonce's backup singer, and
Yeah.
like I've got Ariana Grande's backup singer,
Oh,
and
mate.
so it's all these singers that are the best in the world. They're just
Yeah.
elite, and they're so soulful. They're all got like gospel singers and
Yeah,
stuff.
bro.
Put them all in a room together, and what that is the most incredible background vocals I've ever put on
Yeah,
any
man.
track. I reckon
I
that
hear that,
song,
man.
it's insane.
The whole thing, the final chorus, man, it's massive.
Yeah, and then Jubu, who plays that guitar solo and
Yeah.
plays guitar through that was far out, man. Like in the studio, listening to Jubu, just
Yeah.
letting him go, like not giving him direction, just letting him go, and then he played that guitar solo. I mean, he's played from like Dr. Dre, like to all of the Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross stuff. Like he's old school, but then now, like all your biggest hip hop
Yeah.
guys get him to play Jubu. He's ridiculous.
That's awesome, man. And do you know what I love about you? And I've followed your career forever, but you are such a true fan of music, and you are the hardest. I mean, I know Sony described you as this, but you are the hardest working man in the business. Like, I've said to you before, like you had your launch last night for your cologne, and then I know you're doing press all day. You're in New Zealand last week, but I've seen you for so long hustle, build relationships, especially overseas. I know that's something that's really important in Australian music. Like you had 2 Chainz on a track when he was at his peak, like man, like you've had some huge collaborations, and look at your career. Like it's you've had longevity, but you're still making good music. Like,
well, I think that's the only thing that matters is the music,
Yeah.
like that I'm creating.
yeah,
And I realized that at a very early stage. Like there's artists that'll just like they crack it just because like they're not playing this single, and they'll
Yeah.
get down because radio's not added this song. It's like, well, song wasn't good enough.
it's got to be about the music.
like, and it didn't connect. If it connected with people,
yeah,
they'll add it. Like it's not their fault,
Exactly, yeah.
But I think it's an easy trap to fall into because we're all human, and,
Yeah.
and you work so hard on
Yeah.
a track or on an album, and it's funny because if someone tells you, right, okay, be an artist, hey, just so you know, there'll be moments where you're standing on a mountain
yeah,
and everyone's playing your stuff and it's connecting, and you do a tour and people buy tickets, and then you'll spend 2 or 3, 4 years. I've spent 4 or 5 years on this album.
yeah,
You'll spend that time on an album, you'll think it's amazing,
yeah,
and you'll release it and no one will care. And because no one cared about that album, you probably won't sell that many tickets, and
Yeah.
then you'll think you've failed,
yeah,
and you think it's the end,
yeah,
and you'll feel the shift from your label and other people, and you'll think, oh my God, this is it, and then it's a very up and down industry that
Totally.
makes you struggle. And the personality you have to have is that appreciation for when you're at the top. And when you're at the bottom, instead of like caving into defeat, you've got to go get to work.
yeah,
What
yeah,
do I need?
Yeah.
It's a numbers game. Get to work.
Yeah.
Not everything I do can be loved.
Yeah.
And not everything can line up. The
Yeah.
stars won't always line up. Just get to work. And I don't know. I've always had this kick that I got from people who've and I've never shied away from talking about Idol. Like
Mm.
it's I just couldn't care less about
Nah.
that because I think a lot of people who might come through that sort of journey will
Yeah.
try and be like, oh, I need to move away
Yeah, they don't
from.
want to talk about it.
I couldn't care less. That to me, that would be the ultimate betrayal of
Yeah.
people who spent 55 cents,
Mm.
their own money,
Yeah.
to vote for me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
what?
yeah.
They don't know me,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
but they've looked at me and gone, I like him, and I want him to be able to do this for a living.
Yeah.
And it's sort of that. I think that I wouldn't be here today, obviously, without Idol, just on a physical level. It launched my career,
Yeah.
but I think it on a mentality level, it made me appreciate that music is what I make is for, yes, it's for me to creatively express,
Yeah.
but the power of what I make can be so powerful, and it's for everyone else, and it's my way of saying thank you, and my
Yeah.
way of and so I can't expect everyone to love everything I do.
No.
I'll have moments where it doesn't go well. I've had heaps of moments where it doesn't go well,
Yeah.
and everyone might go, "Oh, you've really 10th album. You've really geez, you've had some good runs on the board, and you've
Yeah.
had some songs that have been well known or whatever."
Yeah.
But they don't see the failures as
No,
well.
man.
They don't see all of those, and
Yeah.
and you just got to keep going.
You do, man. And the game's changed so much. You were in
Mm.
the industry before social media.
Yeah.
And now there's this whole other side to it where you've got to be posting socials, there's this
Yeah.
pressure for
Yeah.
songs to go well on TikTok for a lot of artists,
It's pretty much the only thing.
Yeah.
It literally, like, you want to be a artist
Yeah.
right now, the only way you can get into charts and I still think there's people out there that think, nah, that like them. I think there's other ways of doing it.
Yeah.
There's no other way. Like,
No.
and that's sad.
Yeah,
that
it
is
is sad.
sad.
You see these artists who aren't even signed to a record label anymore, independent, just putting out a song that is received well, and they blow up.
Yeah,
Go to
and
the
I'm not
charts.
saying there's zero chance of you making it unless you're big on socials. What
Yeah.
I'm saying is, even those unbelievably credible bands and things that blow up,
Yeah.
you'll have widespread success because somehow it's found its way online,
Yeah.
and somehow it's connected with people. What I'm saying is, there's been the technology in the world and culture has narrowed down everything
Yeah.
to a road that is only accessible really online
Yeah.
and accessible through social media.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's how they're going to receive you.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes things very complicated for people who are introverts and people who
Yeah.
are just like no good at social media.
Totally. Authenticity shines through too. And I think what you said before about Idol, that shows how authentic you are. I mean, and look at the Archie video, for example, people love those moments and authenticity. Once
Yeah.
again, I think people can see through bullshit these days. So
Mm.
it's a whole thing, hey, like just for artists these days, it's a real hustle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you're bang on. That's the most important word in
Yeah.
artistry is
Yeah.
authenticity.
Authenticity, yeah.
Especially made like now. AI
Yeah.
and everything that's kind of going to be coming. We're only at the
I
start of that
know.
process, and that it scares me. I've been showing some people like AI programs that write songs.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary.
It's scary, man.
It's
I
pretty
recorded it because I still make music at home, and I did this song, and then I put this Drake thing over it, so it made me sound like Drake, bro. I thought it was Drake, and I knew it was me. Like,
Yeah.
it's scary what you can do.
Oh
Like,
man,
you get
I wrote a Stormzy song on this thing the other day.
really,
Like and if you can use it really well,
yeah,
it's scary how good
Yeah.
the stuff comes out.
man, isn't it?
Do you want me to play a bit?
Yeah, show me.
There's certain things you can do that make it increases your strike rate.
Yeah,
Because so far I've used it just for taking the piss.
Yeah.
Like I wrote a song for my mate who was getting married, and the song is very funny. It's a country song about her walking down the aisle, and it's basically just going, turn her around, like get out of
Yeah,
here.
right.
Like it's called Dear Anna. I'll play that for you later.
yeah,
This is the Stormzy thing because I wrote lyrics.
yeah,
And I was like, oh, I've written this rap song, blah, blah, blah. And then you put it in to sort of describe the genre that Stormzy is.
Yeah.
But if I'm Stormzy and I'm hearing this, I'd be pissed. It's called Train of Thought.
Yeah. Yo. Lost my train of thought, no oyster, no fare. Mine went ghost, now it's up in the air. Trying to stay grounded, trying to stay woke, but my brain's in a rave and it's way too slow. Lost my train of thought, no oyster, no fare. Mine went ghost, now it's up in the air. Trying to stay grounded, trying to stay woke, but my brain's in a rave and it's way too slow.
Man.
Like a sat nav rerouting a plan.
That's a banger. That's a banger. Wait, so that's AI.
That's AI.
Yeah, right.
That's not a person. That's like...
So you use like a Stormzy preset, type the lyrics
Not really a Stormzy preset. It's sort of understanding the back end of how the software works.
Did you write
to
the
get
track?
what you want.
You wrote the lyrics?
Wrote the lyrics.
You wrote the lyrics?
Yeah. And so...
Man, you've got bars too.
No, but if I write lyrics, that's how you get the success rate up. Because if you use you can use ChatGPT or whatever. People use it for everyday help. If you got writer's block or whatever, you need a rhyme or whatever, it can open up ideas. I'm not closed to that concept of like people use rhyme.
I used to use Rhyme Zone. Remember Rhyme Zone? I used to write that when I was writing songs.
Yeah, I mean everyone, bro. Like I've sat in rooms and the things that people use. When I first started, I was like, "That's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah,
isn't that cheating."
Yeah.
And then I saw people get stuck, use like a Rhyme Zone or something, and then they move on. And I was like, oh, actually, like that's what being creative is about. Not getting stuck and using whatever you can use just to
little cheat sheet for your exam. You know.
But this feels like too much cheating.
Oh man,
this is like, and so there's like a back end way to describe like the metadata is like your description. And what you input to get what you want. So I can write a song and it'll sound exactly like Sabrina Carpenter, for example.
Wow, man, that's scary, isn't it?
And that I just think that's unfair.
It is.
I think, well, they've obviously trained a model on our music and like...
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just feels too easy.
I feel I'm scared for the future generation. Hey.
Yeah.
Like, how do we...
But things go around in circles, right?
Yeah.
Like no... What makes life exciting? It's like the thing that makes life exciting is human experience.
Absolutely.
And the human touch, like our soul of I don't know, I'm not scared of it because I know everything goes around. The trouble is like my kids are growing up in an era where they might grow up in like an unfettered, like sort of wild west of experimentation with this technology. And it won't be until like their kids or whatever, until like they realize, oh, we went a bit far.
We went a bit far, yeah. And even the young generation now, they're kind of clocking and they're kind of like moving to digital cameras, for example. There's little things like that happening and moving away from social media, putting breaks in place. I think they kind of get it. They realize it's going a bit.
Everything goes around in circles.
Exactly.
I mean, well, it has in my lifetime. I interviewed someone who's turning 100 in September.
Oh, wow.
And it's awesome. It actually made me really want to do more of it.
Yeah.
Because I used to work in a nursing home, and when I was in Adelaide, I worked at Lutheran Homes, and I used to serve their food. I was the cleaner there as well, and old people do some explosive poos. That's for sure. It wasn't the prettiest job, but my favourite thing to do was to chat to people who have lived, and I mean nothing gives you wisdom more than age. And there was like a girl, Moira, who was 104. She would still get up every Sunday, put her makeup on and like get in a nice dress and catch the bus to church.
Wow, man.
Moira. And Jules had dumped me at this one stage.
Yeah.
And I was like gutted. I was heartbroken, didn't eat for it was probably a good thing back then. And I just was, and Moira could see like I was just slumped as I'm mopping her room, and she was like, "Guy, what's wrong?" And I just opened up to Moira, and you know, I was in that phase where all your mates are telling you like, "Oh, mate,
how old were you
sweet.
when this was
20 years old,
21. So it was before
just
Idol.
Before Idol.
So how long have you and Jules been together?
We got together when I was 18.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I've known her since I was 12.
I did not know that, man.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful story. And do you
Yeah.
know what? Like, I wanted to go through the album track by track and break all the songs down, but there is a common theme through the album, and it is your relationship with Jules. And I remember when I heard The Keys for the first time, man, that song stuck with me. Like that, I really
That's my favorite on
related
the
to
album,
that
I
song. That is
reckon.
my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
It is such a beautiful song, and you guys have such a beautiful relationship. I know there's a few songs about Jules, but what was her reaction when she heard this project from you? Like,
Well, I guess I've written so many songs for her that we're at a point now
oh
where
yeah,
no, it's
no?
not that. I mean, Jules is a singer and she loves music.
Yeah,
So she and people don't know that she's a singer, but that's how we used to sing together.
wow,
And yeah, she's just my honest like bounce that I get
Yeah.
from anything creative I do. Like there's nothing she can say that'll hurt my feelings because I know her heart.
Yeah.
It just wants. She knows what I want.
yeah,
So many other people in my life, like they're always telling you what you want to hear,
yeah,
and I don't need that. She knows what I need, and she's
Yeah.
like, I just want to hear the bad stuff, like just because I'm confident enough. Like, just
Yeah.
tell me where I can improve.
Yeah.
And so she'll always just be really honest. But yeah, she loves The Keys.
yeah.
and
Oh, it's such a good song, man.
yeah, I think that song in particular is very reflective of our journey because there's been times where she's just had to build me up.
Yeah,
And I guess it's just the things that no one sees. It's the
Yeah.
private little battles that you have with your own, head and everything else. And then, yeah, Jules has just had to build me up on multiple
yeah.
occasions.
That line, only you can build a man like me, and that's why you hold the keys.
Mm.
Oh man, I said to my partner, I was like, when this album comes out, you need to listen to the keys.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said that's my favorite song, and
Yeah.
that's my song to you. That's what it feels like. I
that's
love that.
good.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
I wrote that backwards. A lot of songs I wrote backwards, as
Yeah.
in I started with those two lines.
Yeah.
Only you could build a man like me, and that's why you hold the keys. It's sort of just saying, you had me at my worst. You
Yeah.
saw me. You met me at my when I was this dilapidated building that just was falling over,
Yeah.
and most people would go, "Oh, it's a knockdown," and
Yeah.
yet you saw something in it that was worth salvaging, and now that you've spent all this time building me up so that I could withstand any storm,
Yeah.
it's my turn now.
Oh,
to
man.
hold you up and to shelter you, and so because you did that for me, it's only you that will ever get the keys to this. And
bro.
yeah, it's sort
I
of
love it.
it's a tough concept to tackle in a song, but
It
we
is.
managed to do it.
You have,
yeah.
man. No wonder the boys are so talented too. Like between you two singing, would you ever do a song together?
Definitely,
Yeah?
yeah. Archie, I want to take him out on my tour. So I'm
Yeah.
touring early next year, and
I know, exciting. Congrats.
he's like super excited to come out. He's got no fear, Arch.
Oh,
Like
good on him.
the opposite to me.
Yeah.
When I was that age, I was just shaking, nervous at everything. Like he's pretty fearless. Like
Yeah?
he's doing a school musical at the moment.
Good on him.
But I'll pull him up for sure.
Pull him up.
And
What about Jules? Would you?
no way.
No way.
Oh mate,
I could see her doing Who's That Girl?
she will
Walk in
die
the
if
club, move over.
because I sometimes, if Jules in the audience, I'll sometimes pretend like I'm pulling her up, and I'll look at her face. I just
don't
know
you
she's
dare.
it's couch sleeping for me. If I do that.
Oh man, that's so good. Well, as I said, 10th album, which is a milestone in your career. I wanted to ask you if you could go back and talk to the version of Guy Sebastian that was standing nervously at the Australian Idol auditions back in 2003 and tell him he's had this 22-year career so far,
Yeah.
and you're up to your 10th album, and you've had the success that you've had. What do you think he would say back to you?
I wouldn't believe me.
Yeah.
Not a chance. Yeah, not a chance. I mean, I grew up in Salisbury East in
Yeah.
Adelaide. Like it wasn't the place where you grew up and went, oh, that's a possibility. I can be a well-known singer that has a sustained career.
Yeah.
And people will like you, and most people, not all people, but people will like you, and they'll buy tickets to come see you. You're worth something. There's
the
no
dream.
way. There's
Yeah.
no way. I think even after winning Idol, I'm like, in me, I was like, you better work your ass off.
Yeah.
Make sure you make the most of this and be great. Like there's a lot to be grateful for. People have given you this. Don't disappoint them. And
Yeah.
but the other side of me was going, look, you're very lucky, but
Yeah.
I wonder when this will run out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I honestly back then I was thinking still open to going back and finishing my last year of uni and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I just didn't know whether I'd have to do that.
Yeah.
And so I can't even tell you. I've never been, more in disbelief at what life has given me
Yeah.
and grateful for it. Like I can't believe it. I
Yeah,
still can't
man.
believe it. And I don't know. People see, I think maybe the opposite of that a lot, where
Yeah.
it's like you're always you set your goals and then you reset your goals and I'm not like that. I'm
No.
like all I can do is like bum down, head down,
Yeah.
just get on with it and do
Yeah,
your
man.
best. And like if anything else is a bonus because
Yeah.
you're way ahead of
Totally.
anything that you
Totally,
wanted to
man.
do.
No, but you cemented yourself in the culture of Australia, I feel, and so many people, musicians coming through, they want to achieve what you have achieved, especially these days when people go on those shows, they want to do what you've done because very few have been able to do it. You, Jess Malboy, it's really hard to do what you've done.
It's
but
really hard.
yeah.
And there's no anecdote. I'd
Mm.
I don't know what to tell people.
Yeah.
There's no anecdote.
There's no
I've
right
just
or
been-
right or wrong path, is there?
Like a lot of it, of course, a lot of it's luck. I've worked really hard, but my focus has always just been music. Like,
Yeah.
I'm nothing without that.
Yeah.
And I realized that really early on.
Yeah.
Who cares about the Idol? There's another one the next year.
Yeah.
You'll be gone.
Exactly.
And the only thing that makes you somewhat relevant
Yeah.
is the art that you put out and
Yeah.
the connection people have to that.
Totally, man.
And you just that's your hammer, that's your
It is.
tool. Without that, you're nothing.
Yeah, and consistency too. You just got to stick at it.
Yeah.
When you get knocked down, get back up.
Yeah.
I know it's cliche,
It
but
is, but
it
you
is.
just do.
And you've done it.
Yeah, but it's a mentality though. What I was saying before, you
Yeah.
just got to realize it's not your last record.
Yeah.
It's not the last thing you're gonna do, and you need to fight to get back up on that mountain. And
Exactly.
and,
Yeah, brother. Well, man, I could sit here and chat to you all day. I almost said to Mike, can we please have 3 hours?
yeah.
And you're going on this massive tour.
I
which
am
is huge, brother. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's the most exciting part.
Yeah, man. What number 2 is this? I was doing some googling, and I kept getting different answers.
I don't know.
It's over 10.
Oh, definitely over 10.
Over 10, yeah.
Way over 10. I
Yeah.
think. And yeah, I mean the last tour was the best moment of my life. Like
Yeah.
no joke. Like if I always get asked what's the pinnacle been, and I can state these little like on David Letterman and all these little like boxes I want to tick.
Yeah.
But what's made me feel the best and the most like worthy was my last tour.
Wow.
Like that being sold out
Yeah.
and people coming and hearing truth, like that album I
Yeah.
put a lot into as
Oh,
well.
man.
A lot into, and
That was hit after hit. I was
Well,
looking at the track list of that yesterday.
yeah, I released a
That's a
lot of
great-
singles from
Yeah,
that.
you
and
did.
So I don't know. I just I'm so excited about this tour, but I
Yeah.
think even more so about this tour because I know I've written it
Yeah.
to be played live.
Okay,
Like the
yeah.
musicianship
Oh.
on this album, there's such beautiful playing and
I
there's
hear that.
such great arrangements, and
Yeah.
replicating that live will just be there'll be a lot of emotions
Yeah.
flowing around.
I
and-
imagine you're
and-
taking a lot of people on tour with you, those musicians.
Yeah,
playing the band and-
I've had the same band for quite a long time,
Wow.
and yeah, thinking of just adding some different elements this time round to give it that really punchy kind of soulful, choiry type feel,
Yeah.
and yeah, just
Oh,
I can't
man.
wait.
There's so
Yeah.
many songs I'm excited to hear live. I mean, I saw you do a couple of them live, but
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
just imagine full scale.
oh, there's stuff that like you mentioned the keys, like doing
Yeah.
doing
Ah.
that live. No Reason to Stay as
Yeah.
well, like just some of those songs. 100 Times Around the Sun.
Oh, bro.
Is the title
yeah.
track, and there's some like just really cool
I've written
parts.
notes for every song in particular because every song, I mean, I just felt something with everyone. But I
Thank
mean,
you for and listening that deeply.
Oh man,
It's
like
amazing, yeah.
like the way that 100 Times Around the Sun shifts gears sonically to the
Mm.
rest of the album, and it's like this disco-esque
Yeah.
bass, violins, like
Yeah, a
oh,
lot of the up-tempo
it's
stuff
huge.
like that.
Yeah.
I really love, like even maybe some of those 70s soul
Yeah.
strings and the Gloria Gaynor
Yeah.
Will Survive type like
Yeah,
string
man.
lines and stuff, and then 100 Times Around the Sun, which is the title track of the album as well, and I just wanted it to reflect my influences. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of kind of Stevie
hear that.
Wonder,
I hear it.
so that's fun.
I hear
It's
it, man.
fun.
That's awesome. Well, make sure you grab Guy Sebastian's new album, 100 Times Around the Sun. It's out right now. And grab your tickets at guysebastian.com. You do not want to miss it.
April, May, I'll
Yeah.
be hitting the road.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.